All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
There we go. Back man. Waiting. Let's go. Great. Bang, 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 bang.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll be upended. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Tight right. We got 4.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
On first down, Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Mike, 41. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Here's Wentz to throw. Left side complete. It's Jackson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? Right? We know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that, and we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
On first down, here's Breida. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Go. 280. 50, Hey, man. Watch the boot. Check 52. Lefty.
From the red zone now, Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Again, it's Wentz. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
152 fighter. Go. Hey. 53 at the mark. You're trapped. Go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 17 yards and a giant first down. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
Here we go. Switch gears. 64.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. It's brought in left side by Tate. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
I got 11. He's mine.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Matt Breida, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Hey, rock it. Go.
The toss out to Barkley. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. That'll be complete to Breida. 15 yards on the play. First down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280! Defense wins championships, baby!
On 2nd and 12, Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Go. 180! You must be dreaming. Right. Kill.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Giants' 47-yard line.
20!
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Throwing now is Wentz. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, it's Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Let's stop.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 31, Wentz. Jeffrey wheels it in over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch the out.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Matt Breida. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 26, check now.
Jones operating from the gun. And he'll be out right at the 35. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jones going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
There we go. Pac-Man. Waiting. Man 5-7.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 57's the Mike.
To throw, it's Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 77 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game. But just
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Leo! Get it!
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Gets past one man, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Matt Breida with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jones on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On the draw, this is Barkley. Barkley had his biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll go to Barkley again. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
3 down. Check the backer.
From the gun, Jones. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
Hey, Haywood. Yes.
Where's your feet?
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Buying time to his left. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of the team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't fazed them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Go. Waiting.
Get your swerve on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Right side caught by Jackson. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They run again with Breida. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Hey, Zoo.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Here we go.
57's the Mike. Mike 57.
Now Wentz. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Here's Breida. Take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Matt Breida, 67 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, It took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Saquon Barkley, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Whip, 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 whip.
Right, echo.
Mike 52, Mike 52. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Clear.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. 52, Mike 52.
Silver.
Hey, Mike 52.
Gone.
52.
Right.
On 4th down, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the backer.
Now it's Breida. Grant Haley in on the stop. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.